If you want to avoid buying a lemon, better listen up.
Nice.
I'm even going to give you a crash course on what to look for when you're buying a used Camry or any other car for that matter. I'm here at Guard Automotive getting my 1994 Geo Metro serviced.
Nice.
And you know, I'm thinking about getting another car.
Yeah, Dad. Does a 1996 Geo Metro even qualify as a car?
There's always a player hater in every family. I know y'all got one in your family too. Anyways, I've been saving money for a new car.
Hey, note to self guy. Boy, do I have a car for you, and it might be a deal.
You know, Mike, I might be interested. Tell me a little bit more about the car. I hope this car was owned by a little old lady from Pasadena who only drove it to church and back.
It's a 2005 Toyota Camry V6 XLE. I believe it's blue or gray. Excellent shape. Little old lady's been driving it. Something you might want on your own.
Bingo! She may not be from Pasadena, but looks like she only drove the car 7,500 miles per year. Thank you, Lord. Hey, Mike, when you buy a used car, what kind of things should you be looking for?
Some of the things you want to look for when you buy a used car, most people want clean, spotless ones. The best way to buy a used car is buy one as they drive it. If you see the way they keep their car, then you know the way they maintain it. If it's excellent and clean, then you know they maintain it well. If it's filthy dirty, well, that tells you the other story. Some of the things you want to look for the tires. If there's brand new tires on it, is that always a good thing? No, I want used tires on it so I can see how they're wearing and it can tell with the suspension, the ball joints, everything the way it's running. So if it's got brand new tires, you may want to shy away because that's not always the best thing. You want to check the brakes. You want to check the trunk. Why check the trunk? Open the trunk and raise it and look to see if you see any moisture or water. If you do, that means the trunk's leaking. If it's completely dry and a lot of dust, that's the ones you want to buy. Also, take it to somebody who's reputable, not a national chain and not a dealership, but maybe like a 1 or 2 man shop or smaller shop that they can raise it up and look at it. Keep in mind, if you take it with the seller to look at it, they are representing you, the buyer. So the seller doesn't want to hear what's wrong. You do. Let them look at it because we're going to look for rust. We're going to look for the exhaust pipes. If the exhaust pipe is bent, doesn't mean it's bad, but if it's pressed in like an accordion, that means there's an accident in the back and it's compressed the car. I want to look at the rear quarter panels to see if they're wrinkled. If they're wrinkled, that means it's been in a rear end collision. It's something you may want to stay away from. You want to raise the hood, look at it, check the oil. Minimum oil leaks are fine. Like this car has 140,000 miles on it. Very, very minor. Everything should have a little leak, maybe at 140 to 200,000 miles. If it's massive, you don't want it. So the main thing is, look at the floor mats, look at the trunk mats, look for water, dust and things like that. That's what you do. Take it to a reputable place. Is it worth paying $100 to $150 to look at it? Yes, it is.
And do you all do pre-purchase inspections?
Mr. Note to Self guy, you know we do used car inspections. That's what we're here for.
Cool. Is that the best you can do, grandson? Wait a minute, doctor. Didn't you say you wanted a new car? Come on, man. That car's almost 20 years old. What's wrong with you? No, wait a minute. To him, it is a new car. So I meet up with the seller at Guard Automotive, and then I had a Carfax ran. And I could see from the Carfax that this car had been well maintained. The oil changes and routine maintenance were done like clockwork. However, I did notice that the car had been in not 1, not 2, but 3 accidents. So I was a little concerned about that. However, since all of these accidents were basically fender benders, nothing major, no structural or frame damage, I really wasn't that concerned about it, as I confirmed that through the pre-purchase inspection.